In this Premiere Pro tutorial, I will be breaking down this reel.
Red or blue? Your brain instantly wants to choose one. Red is posting more, staying visible, keeping the algorithm happy. Blue is clean visuals, high production, good design. Most brands pick one. They either chase volume or they obsess over aesthetics.
So all the assets that I used in this video will be available in the description below. So let's get started.
So this video I will just simply break it down and show you how you can create certain animation. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is to create our background. So I will hit new item. I will go in color matte, sorry, not black matte, color matte, like this, and width will be 1080, height will be 19 by 20. I can click OK and I will drag it to white side to bring in a white background, and I can just simply bring this to the timeline like this. Now if we see in the original video, our first animation, it's like this. So we have two pills, one is red and one is blue. The first one I will bring in the red one and I will make it scale to approximately 200 like this. I think this is perfect, and I will bring it right here. Now I will bring in the other one, the blue one, and I will make the scale to 200 like this, and this is approximately smaller, so I will just simply make it like this and I will place it like this. Now once this is done, I will hit on a scale and opacity keyframe on both of the end keyframes like this, and at the start I will make the scale upwards, and for this one too I will make the scale upwards like this, and at the start the opacity will be 0 as usual. In the both cases opacity will be 0, so they will give us this animation. I can select all of these keyframes and simply ease in them, select all of them, ease in them, and in this scale graph I will make the graph to something like this. So for the other one too, if I go in this graph, I can slightly adjust the graphs to something like this. This is too much, so I will just simply make it like this. I think this is perfect for now. So you can see first animation is ready. Now moving forward to the next animation, this will give it a zoom and they will rotate it. So now to rotate it, I will just simply, first we will do the red one because it's on the upwards side, so I will go with this. Now once this is approximately, I think at this point I will just simply cut both layers, and in this one I will just simply disable opacity and all that. Now we will set up a scale keyframe, position keyframe, and rotation keyframes, these three keyframes. And now what we'll do, I will just simply move a few frames there, and then I will just simply first, if we see in the original video, first we will rotate it like this, then it will go. So first I will just simply rotate it like this, and I will position it right here, and the opacity, scale, it will become low, so it will be like this. And then I will just simply move a few frames, and then the rotation will come back to 180 degree. Let's do that, and I will just simply make it smaller, and now I will just simply position it like this. So if we play this whole animation, it will be looking like this. I can just simply bring the keyframes further apart from each other. Now if we see our animation, the first animation will be looking like this. I think this is cool. Now we will select all of them and simply just ease in this, and in this position graph you can adjust these graphs, but don't adjust them too much. I will just simply make it like this and make it like this. Now if we see, it will just simply give us a small animation. I can just simply, you can see our animation, it will be looking like this. I think this is okay. Now for the other one too, I will just simply go, and at the start I will just simply disable all of this, and if we play the video, the difference only will be it will rotate and it will come downwards. So let's do that. So now I will select the blue one, I will add position, opacity, and rotation keyframes, and then I will move to this point with the other one so that it aligns it with. At first I will just simply rotate this to something minus 90 degree like this one, and I will just simply make this smaller, and I will just simply select it, and I will just bring it like this. I think this is perfect. Now I will just simply move to the other point where this ends. So this is ending right here. I will just simply make it like this. For example, it will be cool here, and I will decrease the scale, and now I will just simply make a spill to something like this. And now I will select all of these, and I can just simply ease in them, so they will give us this animation right here. So there is a stop in the middle. I don't want to do that, so let's fix that for now. I will move the graphs to something like this. So I think the animations, I don't want this look, the continuous one. So what I will do, I will just simply, so this is the one, the rotation one. I will just move to the rotation graph like this, and I will make the rotation graph to this. And in the scale one, I will just go in the scale one as well, and I will adjust the scale a bit, so they will give us this animation. I think this is pretty much okay like this. If you don't need this one, the middle one, you can also delete these keyframes as well, so there won't be any difference for now, because the original one I think was created in After Effects. That is why that is more smooth, so we have to create it in Premiere Pro. So that's the method. Now what I will do, I will just simply bring in the brain PNG to the timeline. So once this was starting to rotate, the brain PNG showed up like this, and it will be looking like this, and then there will be this line animating. So I created this line in After Effects, so I will just bring in a green screen it, and I will now apply the ultra key effect to it like this. Now I can go to effects controls. I will select the dropper tool. I will remove the green screen, and this is the circle animation. I will cut it, and I will bring this. We will use this later, and for this one I can just simply bring it smaller, and we will make it like this. So this is right here. Now I need to change the color of it, so I will move, apply a tint effect to the this, like here, go to effects controls, and in this section I will choose a green color for it, like this, and I will choose a green color for both sides, so it will create this effect. Now moving forward, this will just simply zoom like this. So let's create these two as well. So I will cut this layer here. I will select both of these, and I can just simply nest them. Once they are here approximately, I will hit on a scale keyframe, and at the start I will just simply make them to 0. So I will just bring the keyframes further apart to make the animation more smooth. Once these are appearing here, I will just simply make them right here. I will select both of these. I can ease in them, and at this point, if we see, it is like this. So I will select both. I will make the graph to something like this. I think this is perfect now. And then we will we have to make this right here, and the circle animation will be here as well. So we need to make sure of that. I will just simply extend this, and I will extend this as well, and I will now make these two further apart and extend this so that it doesn't disappear. And for this nested sequence, we have to position it in the middle. So I will position it right here, so it will give us this animation right here. And the placements of these two are not bit good, so let's adjust that too. As this is the red one, so we need to just simply bring the red one upwards more like this. Now you can see this is done. Now what we will have this animation hole. So I will just simply delete this for now, and for the circle animation we need it. So I will cut this right here, delete it, and now what I will do, I will just right click on it, and I will just simply, we will add a frame, we will add a frame hold. So this will just simply make sure it's like this, and once this is fully animated, I can see, I can bring it here. And now if we see the next one, not this one, once this is fully animated, we will have this line being animated. So let's create that first. So when this is here, I will just simply make it bigger like this. And one thing we want to make sure is to just simply bring this downwards and bring this up. So let's move it right here. I can just simply select all of these layers, move them upwards, and I will bring the circle animation down so it will disappear. I will move the nested sequence, and from here I will copy the tint effect like this. I will bring it down, and I will just simply apply it to this animation as well. So let's just adjust it like this. Now I will add a scale keyframe, and at the start I will make it 0, so it will give us this animation. I will bring this forward, so you can see it will give us this animation. I can select all of these keyframes, ease in them, and in the graph section I will just simply adjust the graph slightly like this. Now it will just add opacity keyframe right here, and at this point, and this will just disappear. So it will give us this look, and we have to extend everything further now like this. So this will give us this animation. Now if we see, we will have this fade animation right here like this. So how to create that? First I will just simply go and I will select a ellipse tool, and I will make a perfect circle around it like this. So it will be looking like this. Now I will go here in the fill section, I will make the fill color to this green color, and in this section I will just simply make it to darken like this. And now what we'll do, once this is approximately here, it will appear, and the circle animation will also appear. So let's just simply go with this, and at this point I will add opacity keyframe, and I will just simply move, I will make it to 0. I will bring this forward, bring this down. First it will be 0, then it will be full like this, and then we will just simply move, we will do it again to 0. And now I will just simply copy this keyframe of 0 opacity, this one, and I can just simply paste it like this. So you can see it will create us this look. And what we can do, we can do the same with this one as well. So I will just simply copy this graphic layer, and now I will just simply make sure to double click on it, and I will just simply paste it like this. So I think this will create us this effect like this. I think this is perfect for now like this. Now once this is done, I will just simply delete this graphics once these are fully animated like this. Now if we see, we will have this one, the other ones will disappear, so we will only need the red one. So to create the red one, I will just cut all of them except the red one, and we will select again except the red one, and we will nest them together. So this is the red one, you can see this is the red one. Now I will go with nested sequence. I will add a position and an opacity keyframe, a position too. So now I will just simply move a few frames, and then I will just simply position everything down, and I will make the opacity to 0. So if we play the animation, it will be looking like this. This is a bit slow, so I will just simply move it like this, and now we can select all of them and ease in them like this. So this is perfect. Now for this line, I will just simply make sure to cut this line here. This is the red one, so I will cut it, and now I will move it like this. I will disable all of the keyframes, and now if we see, it will just simply bring it, zoom it, and position it. So I will add an opacity and this keyframe. And now what I will do, I will just simply move a few frames. Once this is starting here, I will just simply position it right here, and I will make it bigger like this, scale it, and you will see this animation. I can select both keyframes and ease in them. So if I play the animation, this will look like this. I can just simply bring these keyframes right here as well, and in this section I will just simply make the graph of this to something like like this. I think this is perfect, and for this graph I can just simply select it, and I will make the graph of this to this. So this will give us this animation. Now once this is done, what I will do, I will just simply go to the anchor point of this anchor point, and I will make the anchor point to something. For this one too, we have to just simply once this is here, I will cut this layer right here. Now once this is done, I will delete all of these keyframes because this will disturb our previous animation. So anchor point, I will just simply select the anchor point, and I will make it to like this. Now one thing we want to do is to just simply go here, and we will add a mask, and we will just simply make it like this, and I will make the mask feather to 0. I will make a copy of it, and now we can just simply invert it. So we will have two masks, and we will have two separate layers. Now if we see, the bottom one is the one, so I will add a rotation keyframe. Make sure your anchor point is here, and then we can just simply move to some frames like this, and I will just simply make it like this. If we see, it is fully done So I think we can do this, and now select all these keyframes, ease in them, and if the graph is there, you can just simply adjust the graph to something like this. Just bring the keyframes further apart like this. I think this is perfect. You can bring it in the middle as well, so that all depends upon your animation and your imagination like this. Now we need to just simply make this animation. So this is pretty simple. To create that, first I will select the text and create it, and then we can animate it. So the first thing we want to do is to create ellipse, shorts ellipse, sorry. We will create this one, and the color of this will be red. So I will go to properties, in the fill section I will just simply change it to red, and now we will have text. So we will have more post. So I can just simply go to this, and I will just paste it like this. We will get a text. So I will just type in more, and then I will select it, and in this section I will just simply go and I will use Arial font, and the color of this will also be red like this. And in this section I will choose bold and like this, and I will decrease the font, so it will be looking like this, and I will just simply make the text like this. Now what we will do, we will select both of them, and I can just simply nest them. Once the nest, I will set up an opacity, position and scale keyframes at this point, and at the end the final position will be this, and at the start what I will do, I will make it smaller, and I can just simply make it to under this like here, and I will make the opacity to 0. So once this is done, it will give us this animation, and I can just simply ease in it. So you can see it will give us this look. You can always bring this forward to make the animation more smoother and faster. And in this section you can adjust the graph to something like this, so you can see this will look to something like this. And you can do the same with other text, just simply, and then this will move forward, then we will have the same text right here, then we can just simply create it like this. So if we move forward, we will have these two animations. So these can be also created in After Effects. And then we have 3D animation. So the simple animation I have told you, just use position, opacity and rotation to create this. So that's all for today's short tutorial. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care and bye.